And what's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome to Turn Order Warped. Oh, I'm so excited. I've been waiting. I've been anxiously waiting. And I know that the rest of the cast has been pretty much going a little stir crazy in anticipation for the I don't know what we should call space. What should we give as a nickname for space? Ooh. The deep dark black? The black?
That just sounded wrong.
Big dark.
The big black.
The great dark.
I've had dreams about this campaign, man. I'm fucking glad we can.
I may or may not have been working on a voice in the shower. I don't know if I can remember it though.
That's the best place to work on voices. And the best part is if you have like the bathroom door closed and people over while you're doing them, then they know that you're insane. Like you've told them.
Come into my house. I'm gonna take a shower.
Drop it back!
I don't know why I do this in the shower. It's just something I do.
I mean,
you used to do that in my shower.
You could also practice dancing.
I used to masturbate furiously.
That I believe.
Go with the mix. Fancy, go for the mix between the orcs from Warcraft and.
Can we call it the Void?
The Void.
Okay.
Sure, we can go with the Void.
The Void.
Okay.
We can go with the Void.
That sounds pretty sick. I'm good with that. I'm gonna be calling it all sorts of different
crazy shit.
You want us should void him, boss.
Yes.
It could totally be all sorts of like Bond, sort of Bond villain one-liners as well. Consider your contract voided. Shoot.
Can you just be boss?
See, now, Tuesday had the option to take one of the very specific James Bond, like, exploits in this game. My favorite exploit, but she opted not to. And I'm still sad about it, but she feels like it was a good choice for her character.
It's all right. That's all right. He deprived me of a synthweave lining for my Kevlar vest.
How could you, Whack?
So,
I tried to lawyer so hard for that.
So so I made a decision when we were making Tuesday's character. If you guys want to wear multiple, Tuesday's text is off. My bad. I'll fix it. Thank you for letting me know. I made a decision for Tuesday's character. If you guys want to wear 2 pieces of armor at the same time, you can do that. But if you wear like a light and a light piece of armor together, your armor's class is going to get moved up to medium. So just be aware. And same thing goes for like 2 mediums. It'll go up to like a heavy. Medium and a light, it depends maybe like on what kind you get. I might make like just like a straight up ruling on that if you want to like combine 2 of those. It'd have to like make sense, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome to Turn Order Warped. This is the 2nd episode. If you missed the first one, we did some character creation for everybody but Tuesday. Tuesday we actually did character creation for on Wednesday, but unfortunately Twitch decided to not let me stream. So that sucked.
What happened? Could you just not go live on any other servers?
Twitch's ingest was being weird that day.
The ingests were like screwing up.
Which is fine by me because I got so many hosts.
Yeah, it happened like 5 minutes before Whack wanted to go live.
Yeah.
It did.
I was like, oh no, here we go.
That sucks balls.
It sucked. So we waited for like 45 minutes. Still didn't work. I was like, all right, we just got to get this done. So we got it done. Tuesday's got a character creation all set. So why don't we let's just hop into this shit, man. Let's just go around the room. Let's do some introductions. And this is going to be weird, I'm sure, for Bobby, who's not used to going first because he's used to the blood in the story.
Listen, I got I understand. So if I go first now, then when we finish the stream, I'm going to go last. I got it. I got it figured out. I'm good.
I like to do the old reverse Rooney.
Yeah, it's a good call.
All right, Bobby, why don't you start us off? Who are you? Who's your character? What are you about?
Sure. Well, I am Bobby. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. Totally, absolutely hooked on the new Final Fantasy game. So if you're interested in that, new words, if you're interested in that, drop by the stream. I'm going to be streaming that tomorrow for quite some time. It's going to be a lot of fun. But in this campaign, I'm playing Felix the Felan. Picture Space Khajiit, and then picture like Han Solo, that's a cat, and then that's me. And I'm not going to get too much into that past that, but I am a pilot, and it's going to be great, and I can't wait. And let's get this going.
Awesome. Fuzzy, the mistress of introductions.
Oh, fuck. I hate you. Hi, I'm Fuzzy. I'll be playing Lunk, who is an Ogron ex-con who's kind of dumb. And she's basically your classic henchman. It's just Lunk. She's like Lunk smash, and she's like, oh, okay, that's basically Lunk. She smashes.
And what is an Ogron? Because I'm sure a lot of people don't have any idea.
They're
what the hell
basically a space ogre / orc kind of thing. They're just big, tough tusks.
Big green tough tusks.
Yeah, she's basically big and green, and she's
beefcake. I'm not sure is a descriptive word, but I'm prepared to accept it.
Oh no, that's a proper adjective in Ogron.
I'm getting into character.
What that guy? What that guy?
Lunk, tell us how you really feel. Okay.
That's perfect. It makes total sense to all Ogrons everywhere.
Yeah, like, I fully grasp what you're trying to, what you're trying to portray.
Felix got you. He got you.
Tuesday, who are you and who is your character?
I'm Tuesday Gray. I'm a variety caster on Twitch. My game list was so long I had to cut it off. So yeah, that's all I have to say about my channel. But I did a 19-hour stream last night, so I might sound like Lunk today. I'm supposed to be a genius. I graduated out of my first career when I was 8 years old. So I'm a Venetian, which is basically a space elf. We're tiny. I'm like 5 feet tall, but I'm a little cold. I'm a little aloof. But I was a hacker, a seriously awesome hacker at the age of 8. Then I went to college. Then I became a scientist. Then I was an intelligence officer and a spy. Now I'm a medic, and I'm only 21 years old. My name's Glix. Let's do this.
Nice. Excellent. Yeah, and Tuesday rolled kind of insane for her stuff. Like, we had
either really awesome or really not.
Yeah, we did. So what happens is when you take the college career in this system, when you get your attributes, you roll your rep score to see if you get a like an honors degree. Not only did she get the honors degree, she crit it.
3 sixes and a 4.
Yeah, 3 sixes and a 4. So she got two less than the maximum. So I don't know what the odds are on that, but it's like 1 out of 200 and something, I think, at the bare minimum.
I critted so hard that he had to give me a thing, guys. I'm starting with a translation unit.
Yeah, she went to college for negotiations, so I was like, all right, I have to give her a bonus thing because she crit it. So I didn't want to give her another rep because that would be broken as shit. So I said, all right, well, we'll give her a translation unit because that makes sense. It's negotiation. We'll tie the two together.
You roll literally the opposite of my actual IRL education.
Yeah, we'll fix Tuesday's stats there in a minute.
He never went to school.
I'll get those updated as we go on. But yeah, she rolled ridiculous. I got to fix all those. And Zygonicus, why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Hey everybody, I'm Zygonicus. I'm a Friday streamer on Twitch, and I'm going to be playing H.A.W.K, who is an android, and he's pretty much specializes in being shot at, but it not having much effect on him. Pretty much, that's kind of the plan with H.A.W.K. He's kind of to get in the way of bullets and axes or knives or swords or whatever happens to be coming out, just so that people like Glex don't get one shot.
Basically, you're the tank. I'm the DPS.
There you go.
I also deal decent damage. We'll see how
tanky DPS. I'm just like smash DPS.
To be fair, a lot of you guys went like for the physical kind of characters.
Mm-hmm.
So Tuesday picked up the sciencey kind of nerd character.
Thank God. Thank
which
God.
you desperately needed.
One of those.
Yeah.
There was like this huge gap in what we had between our characters, and then Tuesday's character just filled it all in. It's like perfect.
Is that chocolate?
It is. I think it's neighbor chocolate. I think neighbor's just chocolated me. Just chocolate in his tummy. Sorry.
10 out of 10 neighbors.
Neighbor chocolate. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'm a big
made from real neighbors.
I'm a big robot who has an axe and a shield.
It's terrifying, and he's extremely fast too. I think.
Oh yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah.
For how large and heavy he is, he moves surprisingly fast.
Basically, stand behind H.A.W.K, and if you don't, he'll just get in front of you because he's that fast.
Yeah, I think I move as fast or faster than Felix.
Yeah, I think you're faster than everybody.
Yeah.
You sure? So you're like.
But I can carry the most weight.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
Let's take a second and just analyze things here for the group, guys. Fuzzy is the carry.
But
Just let that sink in.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Just go and farm. Fuzzy, go farm.
God damn it.
I heard that.
Fuzzy's your carry, guys. You'll be fine. All right.
I have a really big rucksack.
It's okay. All the plays are set up by the supports anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be hiding
Some
behind
sort of League
everybody.
of Legends thing that I'm not aware of. Right?
Every MOBA ever.
Yeah,
Oh,
all
I
numbers.
don't play MOBAs, okay?
It's fine.
Every single one. That's like 48,000 games.
Speaking of 48,000 games,
With my heart, I'm Peachy. I am a variety caster and YouTuber. I will be playing Arthur DeGent. If you get that joke, I love you. Please follow me. I'm an engineer. I fix stuff. I hide behind big, burly robots and scary Ogrons and fix stuff. I'm like, I'll be over here making a gun out of some lettuce and blue tack and the hopes and dreams of the entire galactic civilization. And I'll hide. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. If something's broke, I'll fix it. Unless it's computers, and then that's nothing to do with me.
Look at Dwarf
Have you
MacGyver.
tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah.
Excellent. And I am Wax Steven. I am the DM of Doom. If you guys are here, you're probably on my channel watching now. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. We're going to have a good time today. I am so hyped. I'm so ready to do this. And we've been looking forward to this for a long time. If you guys are curious about what we're playing, if you've never seen like a role-playing show before or anything like that, basically what we do is we create characters, we play them in a somewhat or mostly disorganized, I guess. I want to say organized, but it's mostly disorganized fashion. And we basically set up... we follow a story and we create the story together, and we have a rule set that we use, and we roll dice to see if we succeed on things. And depending on the way that the people set up their characters, they're better or worse at things. You can see their attributes on the screen right now, but they have other things called skills and exploits that also deepen their character and allow them to do better at things or do cool stuff or all kinds of weird shit. There's a lot of stuff. We are playing the What's Old is New rule set, specifically the NEW set of rules, created by the head over at EN World, who's made a pretty cool game. I highly recommend this game if you are a little probably experienced in role-playing games. This is Tuesday's first role-playing game, so we're gonna second. Okay, second. So we'll get her acclimated fairly quickly into things. Don't worry. I won't.
I just realized her chair has googly eyes on it. That's glorious.
Thank you. That's Henry Von Cherry, for those who haven't met him.
Oh.
Excellent. So yeah, I guess I'll talk a little bit about what's going on. So let's bring you guys over to the map. Peru. Let's make sure nothing broke, because this is the second episode and probably something's gonna break. All right. So yeah, taking a look here. This is the Milky Way galaxy, and if you guys are unaware, the galaxy's pretty fucking big. It's got a lot of stuff in it. There's so much stuff. And we are just a little insignificant dot in this galaxy. As you can see, I've sort of got some areas drawn in here for where the different races sort of have their main borders. The characters aren't going to be anywhere near those. They're not going to be anywhere near them. They're going to be way up here in the frontier area. Near the unexplored region of the galaxy. The characters are currently located in the Galilei system on the planet, on the moon, rather, Galilei 9. It is the second moon of Galilei 2. And Galilei 2 is basically like a mining planet. It's owned by the Zero-Trope Mining Corporation, one of the big mega corporations in the galaxy. And the corporation itself, most of the mega corporations are just ludicrously wealthy. They have their own planets purchased. You know, basically Zero-Trope just owns the whole planet. And one of the main reasons why this planet, so close to the frontier, is basically well traveled. There's a lot of stuff going on in this system, primarily because of this planet. Zero-Trope has found a prime source for a lot of the silicates used in solar paneling and a lot of the solar technology used to power a lot of different satellites and various other equipment. So it's a big deal, and they have a ton of money. So the moon of Galilee 9 is kind of your like super sci-fi-ish kind of moon, right? Like it's like population is a bit overblown, and it has a shit ton of people on a relatively small moon. There are skyscrapers that tower into the sky. There's all kinds of corporate greed, and just it's like a prime example of like big business taking over a moon. It's capitalism at its finest. It has very seedy areas and extremely wealthy areas. The wage gap is massive, and I'd like everybody to start off here by rolling me some initiative.
Oh dear.
Classic.
God damn it!
Nothing less. Classic. Roll initiative. Very first thing we do.
Okay, how do we roll for initiative in this?
So, all the rolls in this
right,
game are
D6.
based on D6, and you actually have a little initiative section
yeah,
in
I
your
see.
sheets. Well, I'm explaining it for the group, for everybody, not just for you.
Okay.
So you should have a little initiative section on your character sheet that should say how many dice you're rolling. So you're just rolling whatever that says to roll your initiative.
Sure.
Get 46 too, Fuzzy? Jeez.
Oh yeah. 5. Okay.
Lunk smash.
2, 2.
I'm gonna spend one of my luck die.
Are you really spending one already?
No, I won't do
Okay.
it. I feel like I need to.
It's the first roll, Bobby. Slow it down. Save it for when
call
you're
your
about
jet.
to die.
Okay.
Or literally
I only
slow
can
your roll.
2d6, so.
Wow, Peachy starting things off like a champion. Okay. Lunk. And by the way, you guys can change your names at the bottom of chat there. That would be great. You can change your name to your character.
Change our names at the bottom of the chat. Ooh.
Wait,
Yeah,
chat
we'll
or
drop
in the
down.
roll 20?
In
Roll
chat,
20.
roll 20. I mean, roll 20's chat.
Yeah.
There's as, and then there's a drop down menu, or drop-up menu in this case.
Oh my god, 2 hours of sleep not sufficient. What's happening?
Right next to the send button.
Yeah.
Next
Top
to
right-hand
roll
corner,
20's chat.
log.
Oh, and so make it Felix, or make it the character name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just so that when you roll, it's your character that's rolling.
There you go.
Okay. Lunk,
Yeah.
you are the first person in the group that has shown up to a very seedy neighborhood on Galilee 9. The you know how there's an upper crust? This is definitely like the lower crust for sure of
So I
society.
feel right at home here then.
Yeah,
And
it's
some
it's
crust.
yeah.
Fitting.
Yeah, there's no fancy toppings on this crust. This is like the bare bones. Horrible.
This is the sort of crust where they haven't even bothered putting enough sugar in or whatever.
Yeah, this is like the leftover. Like you just
Stale.
forgot that it was in the box, but it's still on your table and you're really hungry kind of crust. This is what we're talking about. But
It's gonna be mushy.
it's relatively near. It's relatively near one of the major spaceports on the moon. You are currently in the city of Vincenzo, and you are approaching a meeting place. Swigglethrax's pub. It's this disgusting looking seedy building that's basically like this aged gray purple, and it has like these horrible like LED lights, the equivalent of like neon lights, you know, trying to advertise it up above, and it says
I mean, it's half of them are out.
yeah, it just says Swiggle. And
Isn't there a tagline there as well, Whack?
a tagline.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Where nobody gives a shit about your name.
So there's just this awful looking bar in front, and in front of this bar are like these dudes basically smoking God knows what outside, doing drugs like in plain sight outside the bar, and you're approaching. You were on your way here.
Lumbering up towards them.
Yeah. And you know that you were supposed to meet up with somebody in the bar for a mission. Finally, some credits thrown your way.
Yeah.
So you approach these two guys that are outside. This like thick like haze of smoke surrounds them, smelling of all kinds of odd scents that you probably can't even quite place. And they just kind of like stare at you. One of them has like this gnarly looking scar like running from like his cheek like across like his lips like down to his the upper portions of his neck. He's human, and you can see that he's quite obviously got some like cyber tech built into his cheek and stuff. And he just kind of like keeps looking up and up. You're a big one, ain't you?
Yeah.
Look, we don't want any trouble, all right?
Nah. Going in.
Fair enough. And they just kind of like part ways from you, and they just like back off like these two.
Amble on in.
Yeah. Amble on in. Inside the bar, it's actually quite a different scene than it is outside. The bar is actually fairly posh. There's all kinds of different aliens and stuff inside the bar. There's weird looking like tentacle faced people.
Is it a bit Star Wars fucking cantina?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Tentacle face race, the Cthulhans.
As a matter of fact,
They're the Cephalopodians.
I
Everybody
like.
calls them squiddies, innit? Oi, squiddy!
So yeah, and then you can see there's all kinds of like back alley deals and stuff taking place in the booths, and the fashions are all over the place. You've got some people that are actually dressing like classic like mobster style. There's actually people with like fedoras and stuff, and you've got people that are like fully decked out in like battle gear, like like crazy friggin' like weapons and stuff holstered on their backs, and the whole room is thick with like more of the smoke that you smelled outside. At the bar, you see a completely different looking kind of squid-faced kind of person. Roll me a rep check, please. And if you have any kind of local knowledge, this would be applicable here.
So that's 1d6. Well, I've worked as a bartender, although that was before I was in prison, so I...
No, you'd actually have to have the skill for it.
Alright, yeah, no, I don't think I have that. No, okay.
You must have been a shit bartender. No bartending skills.
God damn it. I've got cooking skills. I was the cook in the bar. Okay, yep, reps, so I roll 1d6 for that. Boosh! 2.
Yeah, you've never been here before.
Okay, that's fine.
But the bartender has this... He basically looks like he has an octopus for a head.
Mm-hmm.
Like his tentacles are just sort of like draping down across this like really like loudly colored vest over like a white dress shirt, and you can see like instead of hands, He's straight up just got like tentacles like wiggling all around. Like he's handling like 4 different drinks like at the same time with like one hand, you know, and he's like polishing the glasses and stuff.
Mhm.
And
There's a discussion in chat about facial hair. Sorry.
and you can see like you can see there's a few people that are sidled up at the bar. What do you do?
I wander up to the bar and I kind of look at the bartender.
Yeah, he's got sort of this like yellowish kind of pigment to his octopus-like
Yeah, I'm
face.
just waiting for him to acknowledge my presence so I can order a drink.
And you just hear like and then you hear this like weird female voice that sort of sounds robotic say, "Welcome to Swigglethrax bar. What can I get you?"
Pint of Fingston's Old Peculiar, please.
"1 pint on the way."
Thanks.
And it's like this really like off-putting sound because the sound sounds like it's coming from behind him, you know, like, you know, and he just like, without even like moving really very much, like one of the tentacles just like squiggles off to the side and just like grabs it, like it's like really off-putting, and it drags the pint over to the glass and pours it. "What brings you here, stranger?"
Just meeting someone.
"Anyone in particular?"
Oh.
And right after you say this, this really huge android and odd-looking small black cat-like humanoid walk into the bar. And this is H.A.W.K and his little compatriot, Felix. What do you guys do upon entering the bar?
I take a quick look around. Is there anywhere like near a wall or in a corner that there's seating and somewhere to sit down?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean the place is fairly packed. Like there's a good amount of probably like underground, like back alley type deals going on in this place. This is definitely like the seedy place where the kind of deals you're not supposed to make are happening for sure.
That place where nobody knows your name if the police ask, innit?
So I take a quick look around and my eyes just sort of naturally go towards these sorts of corners, and I look up at H.A.W.K and I guess with my right hand I'm gonna throw out one of my claws. I'm gonna just tap him on the chest and look at him in the eye, and I'm gonna just head over towards the corner and just grab a seat.
I'll follow him on over.
Okay. So this like huge android walks into the bar. Like you could, I mean, like you definitely could like feel like the ground moving, like when.
Very
Yeah.
heavy.
I probably turn and look at this because it's like.
Oh yeah. For sure, this is a big honking android. What do you look like, H.A.W.K?
So H.A.W.K doesn't look so much like you would think of a robot. He kind of looks like a big suit of armor, but like really thick, heavy armor, and it's not like the shiny kind. It's like it's all kind of scratched and chipped,
Battle worn.
almost like tank armor. No, it's just like it's really thick, heavy metal. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
Matte paint.
Any
Yeah.
specific color?
Totally
Did you
bad.
say?
It's a kind of like a gray bluey color, with a bluey gray. Yeah, it kind of looks a little bit like Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay. And you guys walk over to the to a booth. there's one like small alien that's sort of sitting there. This creature with like red skin, and it looks like it's got this intricate like blueprint, just sort of like scrawled out across the table. And like as it sees you guys approach, like it just quickly grabs the blueprint and like folds it all up, and like it's just staring at you.
I sort of like lean over the table and kind of put a hand down. Ah, what is that you have?
No, it's none of your business. None.
Well, how about you get out of here and I won't check it out. Give me the seat. Give me the table.
Roll me an intimidation check. Do you have intimidation, or otherwise it would just be charisma?
I'll just go use charisma.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a luck die on this too.
Okie doke.
46.
Whew. Pretty good. Yeah, this thing's already like really scared of you, obviously, and more importantly, scared of Hawk. And it just sort of like sees Hawk looming behind you. I didn't want the table anyway. And just sort of books out of the place, like scurries, and you can see like it's got like a normal like upper body, but there's like four legs, like. Somehow, like they like unfold like in a weird way, like as he sort of like runs off, heads out the bar.
Lunk just sort of goes, huh.
As he runs away, I kind of look up to Hawk. Have you seen one of those before?
You can roll me a logic check if you have any kind of xenobiology. You can roll that with it as well.
That's a word.
Yeah, sure. Go listen to that.
Somebody in your group has it.
Yeah. All right, no logic.
Come on, Brainiac, hurry up.
You don't have to. Tuesday, you're not here yet.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not.
No, Felix. I have not seen that creature before.
I'm gonna grab a seat. Can you fit in this booth, or are you just gonna stand there ominously?
I believe standing is the better choice.
All right, well, you keep this booth safe, and I'm gonna go get a couple drinks.
Very well.
Some oil or something? I don't know. Do you drink anything?
I do not require sustenance.
Very good. Well, just make sure that nobody takes our booth. And I scurry off towards the bar.
I just move myself kind of in front of the table, just so there's like no possible way for anyone to squeeze past me.
Lunk's sort of like leaning against the bar, like.
Is it one of those situations where like you're facing the booth, Felix walks past you, does like your lower body stay in position and then your upper half of your body just like rotate, and then like your lower body follows? Yeah. So next to come into the bar is this rather small, attractive-looking, very frail-looking, pointy-eared, blue-haired female Venetian that walks in. Glix, what do you do upon entering the bar?
Scan the room. I notice everything, everyone. I seem to be looking almost like I have scanning vision.
You're going full Sherlock.
Yeah, I do the full scan of the room. I seem to be checking out people as well as any technology and electrical components. And then I stroll up to the very edge of the bar.
Are you trying to like assess like danger?
Opportunity, danger. It's just kind of my my way of dealing with situations, crowds, things like that. I want to know what's going on in here, so I'm assessing everything, and then I pick the best possible perch there where I feel like I can keep an eye on things,
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Sure. Okay. Let me look at my perception and see what I can roll, because I think it's decent. For perception, I can roll. It's just a 1d6, right? Even though I have
Whatever's
two
in
levels.
whatever's in your perception.
Yeah, 1d6.
Whew. Okay, so it's not going to be great.
Not going to be amazing.
Wow, is it really a 1d6? Hold on, let me just double
I
check.
think it is, even though I have perception too.
No. So, okay, so here's the way that it works. It's a 3d6. So you actually have a perception box. You see, like, under movement there? You've got, like, speed, climb, swim, jump,
I
initiative,
do, yeah.
perception.
So 3d6.
3d6.
Cool. Okay.
3d6.
Do we change that up under
So-
perception as well? Versus-
No, because that's a different thing. That's your
Gotcha.
skill. Your
Okay.
skill is getting added to your int. So that 1d6 from there is getting added to the 2d6 from int.
Excellent. Okay. So I get a 3d6. Here it goes.
Yeah, so just roll 2 more d6. Oh, okay. We'll just take the 4 and the 4 there. So that's going to be a 11. Okay. So, yeah, you just take a quick glance around the room. This is definitely a super seedy, extremely dangerous kind of place. Are you used to these kinds of places?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Okay, because this is. I mean, you're like, your danger senses are like whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Like we got a lot of bad people in here,
Okay.
for sure. This is definitely not a happy place. This is not a safe zone for anyone. And you can tell that there are definitely like several threats around the bar for sure. Too many to count. You're just like, oh crap. But yeah, you just grab a spot, maybe like on the last bar stool at the bar or something like
Yeah.
that.
Or have a nice, good view of said threats.
Probably near Lunk then.
Yeah. I would like to be near Lunk because I don't think I'm sensing much of a threat there, so much as just a presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you two met before?
Probably, actually. I'd say we'd probably
Familiar.
crossed paths a couple of times. Nodding, we're sort of nodding acquaintances. We'd be like,
Yeah.
all right.
We've both been in these places before, so I think
Yeah.
we've crossed paths.
So I would just be like, all right, squishy.
What about you, Felix? Have you seen these people before while you're going to get your drinks?
I don't think I'd recognize anybody but Hawk. Like unless we like this, and this is out of character. Unless we have all known each other beforehand. I didn't think that was the case. Yeah, no, I don't. I only recognize Hawk, so I'm just going up to the bar and grabbing a couple drinks and heading back to my booth.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you guys are all just kind of relaxing. And then, like, you can hear this, like, scuffle going on outside. Arthur, you're starting to stroll up to the bar. In front of the bar, you can see these two, like, goons harassing this, like, 5-foot-tall Venetian. The Venetian is just kind of like standing there, and the goons have just kind of like surrounded him menacingly. Looks like one of them starts to get in his face and yell at him a bit. What do you do?
I walk past them.
Okay.
My business.
Sure. So, yeah, this Venetian, as you're, like, walking past, this guy, like, gets in his face and says, "Look, why are you coming in here, man? You think you belong in here?" And you can pretty obviously tell this guy's, like, high out of his fucking mind. Like, he is gone. He is seriously, like, just destroyed. And he's like, you can see, like, his face is like an odd color, like it's a bit off-putting, like, as you go past. He's not either red or blue. It's very weird. As you walk past, you see the Venetian, like, step to the side real quick, grab the back of the guy's neck, and just, like, throw him to the ground, like some kind of judo kind of move. Just, like, toss him right to the ground.
The
And then,
Venetian
like-
neck pinch.
Yeah, and
Well, the Vulcan one.
but it's more like a judo kind of move. Like he sort of like puts one foot in front of the guy and then grabs the back of his neck and just like slams his face like into the ground. The other guy like takes like a wild swing at him, and he just like steps out of the way real casually and just kicks him harder than you've ever seen anybody get kicked in the nuts. Like just wham.
You'll hear a thud as it hits like the pelvic bone underneath.
Yeah, and you just hear the guy like.
Every male in the bar just winces and doesn't know why.
He just like falls over to the side. You just like open the door. The Venetian starts to walk in behind you.
Fair enough.
Arthur, what do you look like?
I am fairly short. I don't think I actually decided on my size. What's the average size for a...
The Borians are small. They're like 4 feet tall, usually.
So I'm a little shorter than 4 feet. So I'm just under average. I am bright red. I have tattoos all over my face. A big old bright ginger beard and a completely shaved head.
Oh! Oh!
Okay.
Blair, fuck.
You might want to you want to put a bit of powder on that or something? Because I wish I had sunglasses now.
Okay, and what do you do when you enter the bar?
I'm gonna walk straight up to the bar.
Sure. And you can see that there's like a big Ogron there. There's another Venetian, at the bar. Looks like she's sort of casing the joint. And where do you sit?
The Ogron's just sort of stood
I'll
there.
probably move away from the Venetian because I've just seen one destroy 2 people. So a bit further down. Maybe I'll hide behind this giant hulking Ogron and the Venetian.
I sort of look at you like, okay. So, Squishy, why are you here?
Squishy.
I'm squishy, aren't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not good at names.
I don't know. Nothing better to do.
I came here because there was a job thing that somebody told me about. Like,
Oh, a job. What kind of a job?
I don't know. They told me, but I forgot.
Well, if you remember, let me know because I happen to be looking for work.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember. They told me, but there was a thing and it was shiny, and I got distracted. So,
Well, you have a drink and if you remember, I'm right here.
yeah, this Tingston's is like really nice. You should try it. That they used to do it in the bar where I worked, and it was really nice. So I'm having it because it's nice.
Oh,
I like it. Yeah,
I'd like to try that.
yeah. Do you want mine?
Yeah, well, if that's okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, let's get you another one.
Okay, that's a nice. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
Cheers to remembering.
Yeah. Remembering's good. I'll turn to the bartender and just be like, "Can I have another one, please?"
I love that it never crossed.
Thanks.
Of course.
This one's on me, bartender.
I love that it never crossed Lunk's mind to get another one. Just share the one.
She was gonna pour out a drink.
So, the Venetian that sort of like followed you in, Arthur, actually heads over to the bar, and he sits down right next to you, Lunk. And does anyone speak Venetian?
Why, yes. I do.
Hope so.
So this Venetian just starts talking in Venetian and says, "Hello, Swigglethrax. I am looking for a few people. I was supposed to meet up with them and take them to Calliope. Do you know if they've arrived yet? I am not sure. Very well. And he starts to like pull out this data pad and he starts looking, starts like scrolling through. It's about the size of a cell phone. You know, he just kind of looking through. If a Felix, Arthur, Degent, Lunk, or Glix show themselves here, please let them know I am looking for them. I will be in the booth over there.
Does Lunk sound like Lunk sort of thing? Is it alleged? Is it you know? Can I make it out?
Roll me a logic check.
Oh God. Okay. 2d6. Right.
If you
Am I still at the bar at this point too?
Well, I would have assumed that you got the drinks and brought it
Yeah,
back to the
I'm
booth.
probably back sitting at the booth by now.
10.
Wow. Yeah. You do hear Lunk. You do hear the word Lunk.
That's my name.
But Glix is able to understand the whole conversation.
Yep.
The Venetian also says, Swigglethrax, I will have a Venetian brandy, please. Top shelf.
That's my name. You said my name.
And the Venetian like starts to turn towards you, and speaking in a language you don't understand at all, just begins to say,
What? Squishy.
Yeah, I've understood this. What am I hearing?
He says, what do you want, you big green oaf?
I look at the Venetian and I say, I'd be careful with your insults there. And you have mentioned both my name and my new friend here's name. What business have you here?
He looks at you for a second and he says, what have you done to your head?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm wearing a wig.
He looks quite offended and he says, disgusting.
Out with it. What business have you with us?
I'm looking perplexed, like.
Perhaps we should sit at a booth.
Perhaps that would be wise.
And he starts to walk over to one of the corner booths that's occupied. He stands above the people that are just sort of like talking. And he just, again, in Venetian says, get out of my way. To the two people there, who just kind of like look at each other like... It's like a human and an alien, and he says, the human says, what'd you say? He repeats again in Venetian, get out of the booth. What's he talking about? I don't understand this guy.
Well, I can translate that, and I tell the human, take a hike, where we're taking over this booth.
I've kind of ambled up behind you, just like, I don't know what's going on.
And I'm kind of looking at Lunk like, she's got me. She's got this.
Sure, Lunk, roll an intimidation check.
Okay, I was like, oh, okay.
So the way that we roll here, guys, is you're adding, if you have a skill related to intimidation, you're taking the dice pool for that skill and adding it to, in this case, it will be charisma. Your charisma dice pool. So charisma dice pool plus your 4d6. Okay. So the
I just loom a bit.
So yeah, the Oh God, I rolled awful. He just kind of looks. He just kind of like looks at Lunk and just like keeps looking up and up and up.
Little bit of pee comes out.
It's not a problem. We'll get out of here.
Thanks.
Fine. He grabs him and grabs the alien, who's got like 4 arms, and has like this odd like green color to them. Sort of pulls them out of the booth.
That was nice of them.
And the Venetian sort of makes himself comfortable inside the booth. He says, "Have a seat."
Is he still talking in Venetian?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He hasn't broke Venetian at all since he's been here.
Okay,
I'm
so
just like-
I gesture to Lunk to have a seat and kind of nod at her like.
I kind of fold myself up in the seat, like knees up here somewhere. All right.
Okay. So you guys sit down. What are you doing, Arthur, at the bar? I mean, you've seen all this stuff sort of go down. Did you? Do you want to roll to see if you heard anything? Like if you heard your name? Roll me a logistics check, and if you have linguistics, you can add that.
I do not.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely did not hear your name. Arthur's probably said a different way in Venetian. It's probably like.
Arthur.
I'm gonna order myself a drink then.
Sure. Okay. So you order yourself a drink. You just sitting down at the bar with Mr.
I like pull
Swigglethrax?
myself over the bar.
They probably got like steps too. They probably got like little steps. They probably got like a step on the bar, so you can be like, hello.
Hello there. What can I get you?
I look for the source of the voice.
Oh yeah, I mean it's this. He's probably about like he's not that much taller than you. He's actually probably fairly short. I want to say probably like 5'5".
The source of the electronic voice, I should specify.
Yeah. He's. It sounds like it's coming from behind him. I mean you're like at the bar, so it's a little awkward. You can't really see exactly what's going on.
I like look behind the bartender. I'd like an Occam's razor, please.
Not a problem. And you see like the tentacles like shoot out from the dress shirt, like, and they just kind of like grab these like different alcohols, like they're up in the air and they're just kind of like squiggling around and like, and they like add together.
It's Bailey's and Red Bull.
Sounds gross. That sounds gross.
Punishment.
Sounds almost as bad as an Irish car bomb.
Sure. So yeah, you get a drink poured for you.
I
And he
tried
says,
to hand the money behind the bartender to where the voice came from.
one of the tentacles just like shoots out, and it'd be like a cred. It'd be like a cred stick, you know, like it's like almost like the size of like a USB or something, where it's just like a quick like it's almost like cash, but it's just like a credit money transfer
Quick
to
scan
whoever's
thing.
yeah. And he like holds up this like little receiver, and it just like, and you see like your cred stick like light up green. And he says, "What brings you here, friend?"
I'm looking for a job. I came for a job. What is this, please?
This is Swigglethrax's pub. My pub. Welcome.
Very nice pub. What's this, though?
This... I do not understand.
Thank you for the drink.
Am I allowed to ask this Venetian about that third name? Because I did hear him drop another name.
Yeah, I mean, you heard what the whole conversation basically
Yeah,
right there.
I would like to ask him because Lunk and myself seem to be here, but he did mention another name, and I want to ask him about that name and try and get a description of who he might be talking about.
Sure. So he says, "We are waiting for," and he pulls out his little data pad again, and he starts scrolling like he couldn't fucking be asked to remember the names. A certain android by the designation H.A.W.K.
There's an android over there. It's a big one.
There are many androids in this bar. Not that you'd
Yeah.
understand that, Lunk.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I assessed this joint when we rolled in, so I definitely noticed Hawk.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
you pointed out to this guy, and he says, "Yes, there is. Don't worry. Eventually, Swigglethrax will send him here. And a Felan by the name of Felix. How original."
And we all kind of look over, and we do notice that there is a Felan over there with that droid.
Yeah, absolutely. And he says, "Yes, I understand you are all interested in getting some credits.
Very interested.
I hope you don't die." And, Watt, this guy says, "You may call me H.A.W.K. Most people call me Watt. I don't like it."
What? I'm just confused as to what you're saying.
He just kind of like glares at you, and then
What?
you can see him sort of like raise his hand up and motion towards Swigglethrax, and he points to the android and the cat over there, and he said, "And a Borian. Huh. Perhaps that is him as the bar as well. Arthur Gent." Swigglethrax notices H.A.W.K's pointing, and you can see the octopus creature like get like really close to you, Arthur, like uncomfortably close. Like the tentacles are just kind of like all up in your grill, basically, and they just kind of like gently caress you, and your face, and he says, "Why did my monitor just do that?" Okay.
I think that's what he said.
I will just
Strange thing.
not try to move my desk or breathe heavy, and everything should be fine. All right.
Did you want
Anyway.
to do with it?
So the tentacles from this guy's face just kind of like squiggle out like all over, and you hear. "Might you be Arthur?"
Yeah, I'm also uncomfortable.
And he says, "I believe that you are meeting with the person in the corner booth over there."
Yeah, I'll look over to the booth.
Yeah, you can see that there's a Venetian, an Ogron, and another Venetian there that are sitting down talking. The Venetian looks like he's chatting it up with them.
Oh, thank you. Have you got a tissue?
And he kind of like grabs one of the tissues with like one of his like tentacles, and just grabs like a tentacle full of tissue and just kind of plops them down.
Okay.
Okay, and Swigglethrax makes his way over to you, Hawk, and you can see he's just sort of like gliding along the ground, and it's like a little uncomfortable. Like you just see like these tentacles like squirming like underneath this like these like pants. They're pants, right? But like there's tentacles just drooped out of them and just kind of like.
He's basically Octodad, right?
Yeah, he's basically like Octodad.
Like, how tall is this? Is this?
Does he look like Octodad? Because that would be amazing to
No, he definitely does not.
Oh.
Like it looks like he's got more control of his tentacles than Octodad does, and he just sort of like, and like. Do you go by the name Hawk?
Yes, that is me. I am Hog.
I believe the Venetian in the corner booth is looking for you.
I'll take a look around. Thank you.
You are welcome. Please let your friend know as well.
Yeah, so I've been kinda just like standing guard at the booth almost. So I turned to Felix. Felix.
Yeah, I heard it. I wonder if me as well, but we can head over there. Let's go. And I actually just kind of hop up on top of the desk, and I was drinking what's the equivalent of what would be like what White Russians are, basically, is what I'm drinking. Right. And I got two of them. Yeah, pretty much milk. Yeah, milk and liquor. So I just picked them both up, and I kind of stacked them both in one hand or in one paw. So like it's kind of like a bit of a balancing act, and I'm just kind of like walking over behind Hawk as we're making our way over towards the other corner.
Okay. Yeah, and you walk over to the corner booth, and you can see that this rather small-looking Venetian, who's wearing like all black, is along with another Venetian. Arthur, have you seen any of these people before?
I mean, I've actually met Felix before, but they kind of all look alike, don't they?
Yeah, and likewise, like he's just a little red man, so I don't really.
Yeah, it's not any like prejudice. It's
Spacism.
Just, if you have different markings, but they kind of just look like cat people, right?
Well, he is black, Peachy. He is. I mean, is that what's happening right now?
I mean, I don't discriminate because of his color.
Is it
sounds
he's
like-
Fucking cat.
Yeah, and it was also like, how long? It was a long time ago too.
Oh yeah, it was when I was first going to when I was a Borian apprentice. So I was like 13 or something.
Oh.
Okay, so the rest of you approach the booth, and the Venetian says, "Still in Venetian? Ah, it's about time. I had to deal with a bit of a mess outside, but I am glad that you've all arrived."
What?
It would seem that I'm the only one understanding him, but I do have this translation unit. Is it possible I'm holding this out toward Watts and just kind of universally translating?
Just like
his,
turning up the volume, just like boop.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. His future conversations are going
Speakerphone.
to be understood.
Turn
yeah.
it on speakerphone. Sure.
Oh.
Or we all can. He can't speak the galactic language that we speak, right? So I'm gonna let him keep speaking Venetian, and we're just gonna.
How many languages do we have anyway, Wack? That was something that I remember you touched on quickly.
I did. We did talk about languages. I believe that we're doing languages are equal
Based on
to
breadth?
your. No, I think it's your logic dice pool.
Okay,
Your
so I would have
number
to-
for your logic dice pool.
Okay.
Plus your linguistic skill.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you've got like a 3d6, you're gonna know 3 languages.
I know too.
And what was the
Roboto.
international language of space again?
Galactic Common.
Common.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if we can translate this into galactic common for the group.
Yeah,
here.
sure. Your translation unit can. Absolutely.
Awesome.
He says, "Ah, it is about time. He says, I don't know why Calliope is looking for any help, but I suppose you'll do. And he says, are all of you ready to leave?
Well, just 1 second. First of all, I have these 2 drinks that I need to drink, and I have no idea what this job pertains. Could you at least give us a little bit more information and let me down these before we head out?
Yeah, you got to chug the drinks. Huh.
So, which one of your contacts gave you information about this mission, guys?
This one would have
So
been...
Felix, specifically you to start here, since you're the one that's a little clueless.
Yeah, Qual.
Qual.
He's the smuggler / underworld contact who's a Venetian as well.
Okay. And he says, your person did not tell you anything about this mission?
Well, he did, but, I just wanted a little bit extra time to finish these drinks. Can we just wait a few minutes? Is any new breaks in information? And as I'm talking, I'm just sort of like taking giant gulps of my drinks, just like in between my words.
Very well. And he sort of like takes a deep breath, and he starts to like swirl his brandy around and starts to sip it. And that's where we'll take our first break. We're going to take a 5-minute break, guys. When we come back, we'll get more into Turn Order Warped, episode number 2. Stay tuned. Part 2 coming up in about 5 minutes. Hang tight.